coming in. Hey, here we go. We are back. Jerry Hill is coming in. His friend Dave is here. Dave, where do you live?
Lancaster, Pennsylvania.
That's it. Pennsylvania guy. Yep. Lancaster, Pennsylvania is here. Pennsylvania guy. Jerry's coming in back in Waco from the Big 12 Media Days. We'll wrap that up. So don't you alternate summers, like you go to Pennsylvania one year?
Yeah.
And now Dave is here in Waco.
Going back and forth. COVID changed a little bit of that, but
COVID changed everything.
It did change everything. But a lot of the time hop stuff is coming up now where we were there, they were down here 7 years ago. And I think that might have been the last time.
Oh, wow. That's been a while.
Together.
Yeah.
But I know Julie went up there for Jody's mom's funeral.
Yeah.
So we've kind of done maybe some quick stuff, but as far as the annual trips, COVID kind of put a halt.
That's true.
So
I got
we'll
you.
Get back on schedule now.
Good.
Going back and forth. Yeah.
Very good. All right. Well, glad you're here.
Yeah.
We told Garrett want to get his thoughts and yours together on the Big 12 Media Days, kind of wrap that up. What you were there on Tuesday with Baylor and Coach Aranda. What were your memories, or what were your overall takes from that?
It can almost be like information overload.
Yeah, there's
kind
a
of my
lot.
thought. Like even in your position where so many people are coming by, probably a lot like Radio Row for the Super Bowl or something. It's a lot like that. So, it's a lot. But I was impressed with the Baylor group that was there.
Yeah.
I mean, they're all good guys. I mean, they're good speakers. I got a chance to talk to each one of them individually, and it was just, not that I was blown away or anything or surprised, but I thought it was cool. And, obviously they had the suits on and the whole bit. It was just, it's a fun day, John. And then I know we've talked about it before, but there are guys that I get a chance to catch up with that I may not see the rest of the year, or I only see, a couple times a year, but I was able to catch up with some of those. So it's a fun time. I really enjoy. It's a lot. Like we left, I think we left about the same time as you did. We left at 6 and got back at like 8 that night.
That's
so
a long day.
It's a very long day, but got a chance to, like I said, to talk to each of the players, hear some of the coaches, hear your mark. It was fun. It's always kind of that. This time I didn't have much of a summer, but this is that time where it's like, okay, football's right around the corner.
Right.
It's kind of that signal.
Your summer was cut short because you were track for so long.
Yeah. That track took me around
deep into June.
Yeah,
exactly.
That was different. Yeah.
So Garrett makes the point that he felt like there were too many student athletes. It should be limited. No, I said Baylor's perspective is those are the 16 captains.
Yeah.
And taking all 6 makes a lot of sense there.
Well, then you don't have to make a choice, I guess.
Right.
But at the same time, I agree with Garrett. I think it should be like 3 to 4 student athletes per team,
Makes
per
sense.
school. It just seems like somebody is always kind of pushing that.
Right.
Because I think at one time it was like maybe 3.
Yeah.
And then 4. And then you just start let's bring this guy too.
Right.
Kind of like when Ish Wainwright would go to Big 12 basketball media
because
days
it was in Kansas
every
City.
year. It's that kind of thing. So, I would like to see it maybe reduced a little bit, but again, it's and for ones that don't see Baylor or that don't get around to Baylor that often, it does give them the chance to get a few more student athletes.
That's
that kind
true.
of thing.
Very cool. Garrett, what were your overall thoughts? And Garrett had 2 long
He was there.
days.
It was a long day.
Yeah.
My overall thoughts, I thought it was, I mentioned this to you earlier. I think the Big 12 messed up by not putting Texas Tech and BYU on separate days.
Yeah.
I think because the front day felt like it was so front loaded.
It was front loaded.
And the second day. So I think they could have scheduled that out better. I think the spat between your mark and the person who asked that question,
Sean
that
Dillon.
look, man, don't ask that. Don't do that.
That thing got replayed and replayed and replayed.
That was one that stood out. The Munster thing obviously stood out, but it felt slower. I don't know. It was just weird.
Garrett's word was it felt slower.
Well, and one of the things that got me, I think I talked to you about it, but it was a complete change of how they've done it in the past of the player breakouts.
Right.
Because they did like Baylor's players at 8:45.
Yeah.
And I was there, but I didn't know the schedule. That was my fault for not prepping. But it was just weird because, you get to the afternoon and I was able to still do a lot of one-on-one type stuff with them. But that's when you're used to getting them and then it's usually like Dave and them or them and Dave. And they had them completely split.
Yes.
Had Baylor players at 8:45, Dave at 4.
Yeah.
That part did not make sense to me.
That, and then I noticed how I wasn't able to get around to a lot of the breakout. I was just isolated.
Right.
But from what I saw, it was like some of the breakouts were just like they would just take the quarterback and just go break out over there. They didn't do it with everybody.
Right.
I mean, I could be wrong on that, but that's what I saw. But I don't know, man. It was good to get away. It was great start to the season.
Yeah.
I know one of the consistent themes that we heard from coaches was the scheduling of this, the timing of this was cutting into their vacations. Yeah. There was a lot of guys that were having to come in for vacation to do it and then bail and go. I believe one of them was going to Italy that night. I think it was Scott Frost that was flying out to Italy that night. It is. So that was one thing I heard. That was a lot of talk about it. But where do y'all think the longevity is with do you think that we can continue doing these media days like this with all of these teams coming in and the finances? Because I heard a lot of people from schools out west that are not real keen on this and how things are going. What are y'all thoughts on that?
I think it's very valuable.
Yeah,
I think national ESPN guys were there, national writers were there, and the scheduling of it. It does interfere with the coaches' schedule. Most football coaches, their vacation time is in July.
Right.
But they scheduled this one earlier than normal because we're the first one. Big 12 was the first one. I think there's a value in that.
Yeah.
I do feel bad for the coaches, though.
Yeah, and I think to his point, the SEC and the ACC, and the they're all later.
Right.
So this week, Big 12 got the spotlight.
Yes.
And the Big 12 needs that, really. The other ones don't need it as much. The Big 12 needs this. And then also the cost and everything. I think that was some of the deal. Pac-12 is not having one this year.
That's where I'm coming. So the Pac-12's not
doing it. I think they were initially going to do Vegas.
Right.
But I think it wound up being cost not efficient. Yeah. And then, you think about too, where some of those teams are coming from, I think in a league like that, and we're a little bit like that, where you've got teams all spread out, it is hard, to pick a location that's easy for everybody. I remember years where we had it in Kansas City or St. Louis or something. Those aren't easy places to get in either.
Right.
But I like it, Garrett. I think we should keep having it.
I agree with that.
In some capacity. Yeah. Now, some of the other sports have gone to Zoom.
That's what I was Zoom wondering. If that's where we eventually go to.
Do we go there eventually? I don't think that would be nearly as good, and it isn't as good even in the other sports. So I hope we don't get to that point. I hope we keep doing some type of football media. This was really early though for me. It seemed you know.
There's a pretty big cost to it, for the conference office to put it on, and then for the media members who. For us, it's a drive to Frisco. For others, it's flying in,
correct.
And it's 2 days and 2 long days. But I still think there's a value in it. I would miss it.
Definitely
if we
a value.
Have it.
And I know you had mentioned the one in Vegas, which I did not go to.
Yeah.
That one I know was more expensive. And again, that may have been the deal with Pac-12. We can't afford this. We're not getting the kind of money that everybody else is getting. So we can't really afford to do this. And my thought on the Pac-12 deal was, so who's coming in for that? You think about the medias in all those different locations. Who is coming in for that?
I have no idea.
So I agree with John. There's definitely a value in the Big 12 football media days. It may need to be tweaked a little bit, but knowing your Mark, he will keep trying.
He's
things.
definitely going to.
He's going to try something.
It's not going to get dull at all.
Never dull.
Yeah. So anything that you heard or saw or learned talking to somebody that is noteworthy or really caught your attention?
I just noticed, and I think it was this morning that I noticed, I guess Cincinnati kind of mentioned that there might have been some tampering with Sorsby.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I didn't
from
notice
Tech.
that. There was okay. So when Scott Satterwhite was on the podium, he
yeah.
got one question about Sorsby, and he shut it down.
Okay.
So this must have come from another something.
Yeah, one off or something. But
tampering,
I think there was some, thoughts of, or maybe accusing of.
Yeah.
So that was one of the things. I love Yormark. I mean, I think he's a great commissioner. I don't think he answered questions.
Yeah, he did.
Tuesday. He really steered away from all. And there were a lot of things that, he was right. He shouldn't have, been talking about that. But I thought there were a lot of times where he just didn't answer questions, period. Yeah. So that period almost was like, it wasn't wasted or anything, but it was not best look, I guess.
Right. Anything, Garrett, that caught your attention?
In hindsight, Rich Clark, the executive director of the CFP,
he's an impressive guy.
Yeah, he is. He's so intelligent. Like I don't think you could have replaced Swarbrick with a better person.
Yeah.
Like he is really good at it. But having him on record saying that he would prefer to have a 12-team playoff and leave it at that was something that stood out to me. But he also said, like, we will put in all the effort to whatever, like whether if it goes to 16 or 24 to make that the best product possible.
Yeah.
But for him to be on record say that he would prefer to stay at 12, I thought I would prefer to stay at 12 too.
Yeah.
But I thought that was good. That was something that stood out to me.
I think the momentum though is so more toward
more
and more and more. I mean, we're adding in basketball too.
Yes.
So I don't think we're going to stop at 12. I don't know that I ever wanted to stop at 4. But I don't think we're going to stop at 12.
What would your ideal one? Mine was always 8. I felt like there was just
and we skipped right by it.
Just skip right by it. But I personally believe like there's only 8 teams every year that could truly win a national championship.
That's a good point. 8 would be a really good number.
Perfect.
Yeah,
we're not going back. And I understand
backwards.
Like we're at a point now where you want the exposure, or you want the opportunity, right?
Yeah.
The opportunity. You want the money. You want the money is what it is.
Absolutely.
But to me, it would saturate if we went to 24, but it's almost inevitable.
Yeah, true. Okay, 2 things Oklahoma State related. Okay. So Eric Morris is the new head coach at Oklahoma State, was a receiver at Texas Tech.
Yeah.
He and folks may already have known this, but I just learned it. He played for Texas Tech, scored a touchdown in the I'm a Man, I'm 40 game.
Yes.
Isn't that great?
We did talk about that.
And now he follows Mike Gundy as the head coach.
Was there a lot of, because I watched part of his, but was there a lot of discussion? I didn't know around the tables or whatever about, him replacing Gundy. He brought up Gundy a couple times during his in the press conference setting. So I didn't know if there was a lot of discussion about that.
I think there was, but not really that much.
Man,
I mean,
Gundy had fallen so far off. It's just like,
and the decision was made, wasn't the end of the year.
Right,
it was made even during the season last year. So probably a little bit. Here's the other thing. So this is Oklahoma State related.
Yeah.
My sources in Stillwater say that they know this for a fact, that Casey Schrum was the president at Oklahoma State.
Okay.
And not anymore, but she was. She had knowledge of Oklahoma and Texas looking to get out 2 weeks before the announcement came.
Oh, wow.
Told
you
the
remember
commissioner.
how stunning that was.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And we all talked about how they did such a great job, but a poor job of keeping it quiet, keeping it secret. Yeah. But she apparently knew about it, told the conference office, and nothing happened until then the announcement came and it was too late.
Yeah.
Isn't that interesting?
And again, I think it was one of those inevitable deals, but you would like to have had a little bit of, and maybe make a push to keep
But if you'd known a little bit earlier, couldn't you have, made a push or something?
Done something.
Right. Yeah. Maybe it was too late, but I thought that was pretty interesting.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Oklahoma State stole the North Texas football coach, so...
There you go. And half the roster, too.
Yeah.
He took a bunch of guys with him.
So just tells you what a great program North Texas has, Right, Garrett? I mean, that's
they really do.
One of the premier programs.
No, I've always, what's funny to me is I don't understand. I always thought when realignment would come or teams would look to move up.
Yeah.
I thought North Texas would be that one.
Yeah.
And they just got passed by UTSA and Texas
Some
State.
of those,
and that baffled me how that happened.
That's interesting.
Now they got Neil Brown. I
like
Neil Brown. Really good
that's
fit.
A great hire.
I think that's a great hire.
Yeah.
From
Gravel
Kentucky.
Switch? Oh. What is the gravel switch thing?
His mom lived in Gravel Switch.
Yeah.
Gravel Switch.
Kentucky. Yeah, it's right outside Danville.
But Danville, home of champions or city of champions or
Titletown.
Titletown.
Yeah, exactly.
Titletown.
Neil
Everybody
Brown.
knows it as that, right?
Yes.
Titletown, USA.
Everybody. Neil Brown.
Much
I love
as Tracktown,
Neil Brown.
USA, and we got Titletown.
And Titletown.
Yeah.
Packers may
Yeah.
have a say. In
May
that
have
too.
a say in that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So now it kind of, we got this boom of
Yeah,
information.
and then-
now it's kind of off.
And what
for
are
a
we going to
little
talk
bit.
about the next few weeks?
Oh, we always have
we'll
something.
find
to talk
something,
about.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anything else
So
catch your attention?
up there, not specifically. I did enjoy because I obviously was focused on Baylor, but I did get a chance to hear some of the other coaches, including Coach McGuire. So that's always fun just to hear them and kind of what their thoughts are. Of course, everybody's going to win a championship.
Everybody's undefeated right
in
now.
July. Everybody's going to win a championship. So, yeah, I mean that was the thing, and it's just always fun getting those teams and stuff. You almost wish everybody could be there on the same day.
Yeah.
But that would be impossible.
Yeah,
like
can you imagine?
I think probably, and again, it may be cost inefficient, but I'd like to do it over 3 days or something, just to give each
SEC
school
spreads there out
3 or 4
Spreads theirs
days,
out,
right?
Yeah, they go 4 days.
4
It's like
days.
4 teams
And
a
Big
day.
Ten is like 3 days, I think.
It might be. I think they might do the same thing now.
Do they?
Like
4
with
days?
4 teams a day.
Yeah,
I believe.
yeah.
That's
So
a good thought.
I don't know. I mean, yeah, I don't know if that would be good for everybody, but I like schools having their time, I guess.
Right.
And with 8 teams there, and we might have got it kind of lost in the equation. Although I thought Dave Aranda did a great job up on the podium for
He
the
did.
press conference. I thought he was great, and then even in the breakout, like I think he's intentionally being a lot more open.
Yeah.
He talks about it even.
Yeah.
And it may be out of character for him to be that open, but I think it's great. I think a lot of people have mentioned, the social media stuff and things like that, but he really was a lot more open than maybe I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And I thought that was very cool.
That's
I think he needs
intentional.
to do that.
Right.
Yeah, it's definitely intentional.
And it's not his favorite thing.
No,
but
not
he's
at all.
gone
That
along
whole
with it.
thing is not his favorite thing.
Right. But he's gone along with it. And I heard from a lot of people who've noticed that
Right.
too,
Yeah,
because
absolutely.
it's such a departure for him.
Yeah.
He usually doesn't do anything.
Sometimes, John, you got to play the part. Whether you like it or
Good
not,
point. Yeah.
you got to be, a little bit of, I don't know if it's being an actor or playing the part, but
Mhm.
I think you've got to do some of that to reach everybody. And just, I think you do need to be more open anyway,
Yeah.
even if it's out of character. I think you need to be more open. And he was, I thought he was,
very good.
yeah, no,
He was
really
very
good.
Yeah. All right. So with your guest from Pennsylvania,
Yeah.
what do y'all do in Waco? What do you want to see? Where's he going to take you?
So we did the silos yesterday.
Got to do that. Right.
And we had gone there before, and I think Dave he had said I wish they had like a red radar of things that were here when we were here before, so that we know what's new. But there was a lot of new, and he pointed out that you wonder if that style, if it stays the same, it'll go out of style.
Uh-huh.
Joanna has kind of grown with that. Like
Uh-huh.
he noticed that. Like there's
Interesting.
different things, different styles.
First name, Joanne. Yeah.
Yes, Joanna Gaines. I
Yeah,
mean,
sure.
we know her so
Oh,
well.
sure.
Good old Chip and Joanna,
That's good. Yeah.
Chip and Joe. So we went there and did a lot of that was when they were here before. A lot of that wasn't there.
That's true. I bet that's right. Yeah.
And one of the things that they got, and I think it was because Bowen Electric happened to be out there. Julie and Jody, her best friend or really good friend, they got to go up on the top of the silos.
Oh, nice.
I don't think very many people get to do
I
that.
wouldn't think so.
So they got to go to the top. This was when they were here before.
Yeah.
But a lot of that stuff is new. So
Yeah.
we got to see, a lot of the new stuff.
That's cool.
Got cornhole out there,
Nice.
So
Little baseball field.
we'll see.
Barbecue. Is he going to get you some barbecue while you're here? Okay,
Yeah.
good. Make sure.
Yeah.
Make sure that happens.
So we'll do stuff around town. We're going to the Rangers game tonight.
Oh, cool. Very
Yeah.
good. Garrett.
Random question.
Yes,
You
sir.
were talking about new stuff going.
Yep.
What is going up at McLean Stadium? Like I
saw that yesterday when I was coming in.
Like,
Now,
there were what that is.
There was some stuff over at Foster too, though, like down by the river.
Now that is cleaning up that area so that you can dock boats there. That's the goal.
That was kind of our thought.
McLean, I saw that driving back into
it's
town.
Like a big scaffold.
Yeah, I think it's just kind of maintenance.
Just like some
maintenance cleaning maybe up there. I think. I'll ask the question.
Okay, I was just curious. I was like, what are they putting
And you
up
mentioned
here?
things around Waco. We did do Brazos Landing because
Oh,
that was where we saw
Very good.
and I think they enjoyed that. So
Good
just
spot.
being there and on the Swamp Shack too.
There you
So
go. That's a place to go.
We had to do that. That was one of the have to things.
Very good.
So it'll be
Very
fun.
good.
Yeah.
Good. Dave, glad you're here. Glad you're in Waco. Anything else? World Cup, do you lose interest now?
Yes, I have. I actually did look up some
Turn
stuff
the
today
page.
just to kind of figure out, okay, who's favored now,
Right.
that kind of thing. So
Right.
I did look a little bit of that up. So I mean, we'll see. Who do you have the rest of the way?
Oh, I don't know. I got Paul Jobson.
Paul Jobson tells us all
so
that.
We'll do that.
France is cooking.
France is
Zimbabwe
good.
awesome.
Yeah.
He's really good.
France is really good.
Yeah.
And that was one of the favorites, if not the favorite, going in.
For me, like the three teams I feel that can win it are France, Argentina, and Norway right now.
Okay.
Those are the three.
So Spain wouldn't have much of a chance against France.
I think France.
That's the other
I feel
one.
like France is
France is
just
on a roll.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Soccer knowledge.
Soccer
knowledge. Yeah.
I will say real quick, Johnny Kiefer,
Yes.
off to a good start at the Scotland Open, I believe.
Oh, Scotland.
They're
Okay.
in Scotland this week. He shot 2 under 68 in
And
the top 20.
the Open, the British Open is next week.
The Open, right?
The Open.
Yeah, I believe that is right. And then Cooper Dossie is in Colorado for a tournament in the Corn Ferry.
Okay.
And then I saw that Evan Vo, Trey Bosco, and Tyler Eisenhart, which I didn't know he was out there, but they're all at the PGA Tour of Americas this week.
Nice.
So, yeah, we got a lot of involvement this week. Demario Prince, third in the Prefontaine, 13.01, which was a new school record in the 110 hurdle. So, and those guys continue. They run all year.
Is their
this
season.
is year round, you know.
Yeah.
And Mike Ford,
Yeah.
next Friday, gets married. Coach
It
Mike
is
Ford,
next
July
Friday.
17th. So
that's great.
happy for him.
Is the wedding in Rochester?
You know, I didn't ask him where that was.
Find
'cause,
out.
Yeah. You want to just barge in on it?
No, I wouldn't do that.
You want to be wedding crashers?
No, I don't want to do
Mo
that.
and Jerry,
I'm
wedding
happy
crashers?
for him because I keep asking him, like every time I'd see him,
Yeah.
you married yet?
Yeah.
You married yet?
Yeah.
And
And I don't think they're doing a whole lot with it. Like they're not doing a honeymoon or they're just getting married.
Oh,
so
funny.
could be over here at the courthouse.
If that happens, I would love to show up.
Yeah.
Find out where that is.
Yeah,
Right?
okay. We'll
Report
find
back to
out.
us.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for being here.
Absolutely.
Dave, thanks for being here. Welcome to Waco. Let's take a break and come back and wrap things up. We'll be right back.